Welcome back to another episode of my chemistry channel. Here we have some more calculations of relative atomic mass. The first one's using a spectra and the second ones are going to work backwards from your relative atomic mass to figure out what the percentage of each isotope is. So here's another spectrum. We're going to have a look at this one, and what we can see here is that there are how many isotopes? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have each one of their masses down the bottom here, and then we have to figure out what their percentages are. Now, I've spent a bit of time looking at this before. You can zoom in, make it a bit bigger, but I say that this 84 is at 1%, 86 was at 10%, 87 was at 7%, and 88 was at 82%. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can pause there and figure out the calculation and see if we get the right number. Okay, so we said we want to know the AR of this unknown element. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 84, which was the mass of the first one, times by 1, plus 86 times by 10, plus 87 times by 7, plus 88 times by 82. Sorry guys, I don't know why my pen's just decided to stop working. And all of that, there we go, over 100. So when we start to multiply that out, we've got 84 plus 860 plus 87 times 7, 609 plus 88 times 82, 7216. All that over 100 because we want to get rid of the percentage. So we add them up. We end up with 8769 over 100, which means our AR of our unknown is going to be 87.69. Let's just have a quick look at our periodic table. Which element is closest to that? So we've got krypton's 83.8, we've got rubidium. I see here we've got strontium at 87.6. That's probably my closest. So we come back to here and we say equals strontium because that's my closest relative atomic mass. Okay, let's go on to our next one. This time we get given the AR over here. We get given the fact that there are two isotopes and we know what their relative atomic mass is, but we need to figure out what their relative abundance is. So pause, give it a go. This is the one that's in your notes also. So when you come back, this is what we're going to come back to. So we're going to say that the AR is equal to the relative isotopic mass, which is this up here, the IR times X. So we're going to make 6.02 can be X. All right, so that's going to, sorry, that's not X. Over here, X is going to be the relative abundance of that first element. And then this one's relative abundance is going to be 100 minus X, because in total, these both have to equal to 100%. So that's where the 100 minus X came from. And that's where the X came from here. So when we plug them in, we end up with this. So we've got 6.02, which is from here down here. And we've got 7.02, which is this one here, times by 100 minus X all over 100. You start to rearrange that. You take your 100 over to here first, and we end up with 694. And then we expand out our brackets. 6.02x plus 702 minus 7.02x. Now we can simplify again. We can move this guy over here. We end up with minus 8 equals minus 1x. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get rid of the, negatives. So we can get rid of the negatives because we don't want a minus percentage, and we say that X equals 8%. So that means that we've got 8% of lithium 6, and 100 minus 8 equals 92% of lithium 7. So that's how we work that back. Here we've got our 92% there. So you can give this one a pause, try and figure it out, and we'll go through that one together. So we've got the IR of chlorine 35, and we've got chlorine 37, and our AR in total is 35.3. I just need to write those down so that when we go onto the whiteboard, here we go. So we know that the AR is 35.3, and that's going to equal 35 times X plus 37 times X. Sorry, wrong way around. Times 100 minus X. Okay, and all of that is going to be over 100. So we can do some expansion, get rid of that 100. We end up with 3530 is equal to 35X plus, what have we got? 3700 minus 37X. Oh, sorry, we've already gotten rid of our, all right, I'm gonna have to write it out again. That's all right, it was messy before. Equals 35 times X plus 37 times 100 minus X all over 100. We do some expansion. 3530 is equal to 35X plus 3700 minus 37X. We can get rid of this one. Take it over here. We get minus 170 is equal to minus 2X. So we can divide both by minus 2. And we're going to end up with, I'm just going to use my calculator so I don't make a mistake here. 85 equals X. So therefore we said that the X was related to the 35. So we've got 85% was chlorine 35. And then 100 minus 85 is 15%. Must be chlorine 37. That's the end of some of the more complicated questions.